again.
Oh yeah!
And to pick up, we are at center. I'm not running the orb. I'm watching the center. This is another roll on flood. Took a chance there. Wanted to duck out and take that Viper out before he could suicide on the vehicle, but miscalculated and took me out. We haven't lost center yet. Center and flood are under fire. Probably will lose center here. Nope, enemy prime is down. That's going to leave me free to get into this vehicle. And Geronimo's up there camping the nuke. I'm going to run up there and take him out before he can get it. It's a sniper rifle versus flak cannon here. Probably could have gone either way, but it's short range.
Attack the enemy prime node.
And yeah, I stuck around. I figure if he's up there waiting for it, he might have some insight as to whether it's about to spawn, and it did, so. And things are moving rapidly here, so I figured I might as well take a shot at taking down the enemy prime. And this is probably about as good a way to do it as any. It went down just before the bomb got there, so that ended up being a complete waste of time. What the heck? You know, I don't really value the nuke as a weapon. I just try to keep the enemy from getting it mainly. It's nice when you can get to a position to use it. Oh, there's a nice shot. It's nice when you can get into the position to use it, but if I keep the enemy from getting it, that's all I really want to do.
Floodgate node.
Although, yeah, I will put some effort into getting to a spot, but you don't want to try too hard because you'll end up getting yourself killed or worse, lose the thing. Defending enemy prime, but keeping an eye on the flood, which is ticking down and still blue. Okay, we got the flood. I'm gonna go back and get the orb.
I got the orb.
Somebody else got it. I'm gonna grab. No, I don't want to grab the vehicle. I'd rather not grab the vehicle. I want to leave it there for the next taxi. Always best to do that. I mean, I will grab it, but you know, if I feel like there's an alternate, okay. Might have got him, but got run over before my able to get there. Back to defending center. Our orb was making a play for enemy prime, but he's down. Going back to the orb. And hoping center doesn't go down because there's now nobody defending it.
I have the orb.
Fire on enemy prime. Enemy prime is down. 60 seconds on a blue flood. I'm ignoring that for the moment. We got time to cap the enemy prime and then go back for the flood. I think this is Holsing. He's trying for that fancy dive through the window there, and that didn't work out. I would have preferred that he just flown straight in or gone the other way. I'd rather fly the easy way than try a fancy approach like that and end up being delayed a few seconds. Oh, there's the blue orb. Not gonna shoot him down, but fortunately he got in a rush and really missed with that Deemer. That Deemer went flying off into space. 16 seconds. We're about to lose the flood, I think. We've been pretty much behind in the score of the whole match. We're about to lose another 20 points. Yep.
Red core flooding. Red core is heavily damaged.
And caught an admiral there, obviously. Should have got out. And now the center's down. It's looking very bad.
Defend the floodgate node.
No
Our
way.
orb is stranded over at the enemy prime, and the orb runner got shot down. Make a desperate attempt to shoot down the center, but I don't think I'm going to get there. There's 2 or 3 people
Attack
here
the center
defending.
node.
I have the orb.
Yeah, that came to nothing.
I need some backup.
Somebody's picked up the orb and they're on their way. The blue orb's about to cap the flood, so that means our orb should, go to center, but he's not. He's going to flood. So that's a bad thing there. That's not, well, I don't agree with what he's doing. When the enemy orb caps the flood, that means at that moment you should go to center. Because you got, oh well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, we shot down the center anyway. And our orb capped the flood, so it worked out that way anyway. It's not the way I would have did it, but we're coming out ahead. It just means our team's doing a being a little bit stronger than it
Attack
was.
the enemy
I'm
prime
going to
node.
try for the enemy prime. Don't know if I'll get there before the center goes down. Enemy prime is down. I'll probably go ahead and try to cap it anyway. Yeah, blue's building it again. If I might be able to cap it.
Attack the floodgate.
There we go. Got it.
Red core is vulnerable.
And now, yeah, I probably ought to stand here and defend it, but now I can. But yeah, the worry is that if I stand here defending this while letting the flood tick down, we could lose 20 points on the flood. Now we lost the center again. I could back out of here, but I'm going to cause trouble until I get killed, and then probably go back for the orb, but the orb is stranded. There's a fight for the center. The floods. Doubt that we can hold this flood. We got 30 seconds on it, and there's all kinds of time for a blue orb to come in, which you probably will. And trying to hold the flood for 30 seconds when you're like 20 points behind. Yeah, here comes the orb. Totally failed to deny him. Our orb's headed for the center, which I think is where he should be going. This guy looks like he's waiting for the orb. I'm gonna wait here and taxi him. Yeah, there he is. And I'm going for the enemy prime. Oh. Saw that guy. A little too late to back up. He got the orb carrier. I'm gonna pick up where the orb carrier left off, and this is a waste of time. I did take down that. I think that was a shade, but I'm gonna totally fail the cap. And we may lose another 20 points here unless we shoot down that. Well, 17 seconds. That's not really enough time. Thankfully, it did get shot down. So we're screwing up a lot here, but we're recovering also. We're just doing it by brute force, I guess you could say. Oddly enough. Okay, we got another opportunity to cap the enemy prime if I get in there quick. Doesn't seem to be anybody now. I could go in there on the hoverboard, but I saw fire happening, so I didn't want to risk that. And now I gotta go quickly back, grab that orb again, and take down the flood before we lose 20 points there. 30 seconds ought to be enough time to do it. I don't usually like to take a ground approach here, but if the clock is a little short, I'll do it. If they had any defense, that probably would have failed. And I should go back and get the orb and run into enemy prime now, but I got somebody on my case here, so that's Bob and Novus. There we go. Somebody else grabbed the orb, thankfully. There's an EMP mine up here. I could go after it, but I'd rather shoot this guy down if I can find him. I've lost track of him. Might be our EMP mine, actually. I think it's our EMP mine. That's good. Fire on the enemy prime. Red flood. That's as good as it gets. The score is much more even now.
Defend the floodgate node.
We must have ticked down a flood or something. I don't think we've held the enemy prime long enough to get any damage on the core.
6, 5, 4.
Much more. We're actually 6 points ahead.
1. Overtime.
Going into overtime with most of the map. So it's looking really good right now. Make a play for the enemy prime. Screwed up that last jump, but we got there. And orb carrier fumbles. Oh, I didn't help any. Let me get out here and recover.
I've got the orb.
All I gotta do is cap. There you go. Well, the enemy orb is right there in the area. Yeah, right there. So they'll probably they're not gonna cap. Okay, so the blue shade is in the area. So they'll probably shoot it down. But the clock is ticking down.
I've got the orb.
We still got most of the map. Someone else has the orb, so I'm going to grab this vehicle and probably head... Oh, I might go after the nuke. Well, I'm going to check and see if it's there, because the indicator, the special operations indicator that tells you when the nuke is there is sometimes a little bit off. We just lost the center. Blue is trying very hard to make a comeback here, and now we just lost our prime. That was a very good play by Blue. I'm way ahead of the line. All I can do is shoot down this vehicle. I mean, it's kind of pointless, but
I've got the orb.
might as well do it. In the hopes that while I'm here tying up all these people, somebody will take our prime back, and they just about managed to do it. Meanwhile, there's 51 seconds on that flood, which we also have to keep an eye on. But we're very close now.
Attack the floodgate.
I might go after the flood if it doesn't get shot down, but I also got to look at that flood. If we lose our prime, then the blue core might very well stop ticking down entirely. Okay, got 1 kill, got 2 kills. That was a lucky thing. There's still another blue in here. 4 points to go. And flood is still blue, so might have to make a run for the flood. No, the flood is down. Okay, we got it. All we got to do is hang on like we're at it right now for another 5 or 10 seconds here. That's gonna be a good game. Have a good evening.
Blue core destroyed. Red team wins the match.